UEFA's latest mandate shakes the football world. Manchester City and Girona face a pivotal decision for their Champions League dreams. With CFG's ownership at stake, the future of these powerhouse teams hangs in the balance. Will they comply with UEFA's directives, or will they challenge the status quo? Stay tuned for the unfolding drama as two giants navigate the complexities of multi-club ownership and UEFA regulations. The stakes are high, the tension palpable, and the football world watches with bated breath as Manchester City and Girona stand at the crossroads of football history. Aren't a subscriber? What are you waiting for? You would like to miss every latest and breaking news about the citizens? So click on the subscribe button. The UEFA sets conditions for Manchester City and Girona in the Champions League. Owner of the English team may have to sell stakes in the Spanish team for both clubs to participate in the Champions League in 2024-25. The City Football Group, CFG, will have to make changes for Manchester City and Girona to compete in the Champions League in 2024-25. Two options were given by UEFA, with one of them being the sale of stakes in the Spanish club, according to a document from the organisation cited by the British newspaper, The Times, and the news agencies AP. CFG owns 100% of Manchester City and has 47% of Girona. According to the document, UEFA indicated that the issue would be resolved if the group sells its shares in the Spanish club until reducing its ownership to a maximum of 30%. The other suggestion is to transfer all shares it holds in the Catalan team to a blind fund supervised by a panel appointed by UEFA. Article 5 of the UEFA Champions League regulations, Integrity of the Competition and Multi-Club Ownership, states that no individual, legal entity, or club is allowed to hold shares, be involved, have any power, and/or have control or influence over more than one club participating in UEFA competitions. Manchester City and Girona secured a spot in the next Champions League due to their performances in their respective national leagues. The English team is leading the Premier League with one round to go, and the Spanish team is third in La Liga with 2 games remaining. According to the European press, the main strategy adopted by those involved to comply with UEFA rules was to change members of the boards of directors of the companies that control the clubs. This way, despite belonging to the same owner, the clubs would have decisions made by different teams, no longer having a direct connection with the other team in the group. 3 examples from the 2023-24 season show how UEFA allows clubs with the same owners to participate in its tournaments. The UEFA Club Financial Control Body, CFCB, authorized Milan from Italy and Toulouse from France, both owned by Redbird Capital, to play in the Champions League and Europa League, respectively, as well as Brighton from England and USG from Belgium, both owned by Tony Bloom, in the second-tier competition. The same happened with Aston Villa from England and Vitória de Guimarães from Portugal, owned by V Sports, in the Conference League. Manchester City and Girona secured a spot in the next Champions League due to their performances in their respective national leagues. The English team is leading the Premier League with 1 round to go, while the Spanish team is third in La Liga with 2 games remaining. This type of situation has occurred several times in recent years with clubs owned by the same entity in UEFA competitions. RB Leipzig, Germany, ex-Red Bull Salzburg, Austria; Aston Villa, England, ex-Vitória de Guimarães, Portugal; Brighton, England, ex-Union Saint-Gilloise, Belgium; and Milan, Italy, ex-Toulouse, France. In all these cases, the teams managed to prove independence in management and were authorized by UEFA to play in the same competitions. In all instances, the only veto by the organization was regarding potential player transfers between teams of the same group. Thanks for watching. See YA on the next videos.